Hey, Alana here, and I'm so happy to be checking in with our homeschool journey today. Today is September 9th, and I'm doing my first update video since July. I cannot believe that much time has gone by. It was the middle of the summer. A lot of life has happened between now and then. I will definitely fill you guys in because it definitely affects our homeschooling experience. But right now I'm just gonna keep it real simple because I've seen a couple questions and comment asking kind of like for an update, like where am I right now in the process and what has happened. So I picked up my packet from my daughter's school district, which is in Westchester County, New York. I picked it up on July 16th. I literally worked on it that night and then I submitted it the next day. So do not stress yourself out if you're going through this process for the first time. I was a bit under a time crunch. I had some stuff that was coming up, so I know that I needed to just focus on this. I had been thinking about this and leading up to this craziness that is called homeschooling. It was like a week and a half before that I was really thinking about this, looking at a lot of YouTube videos, and just exploring different resources. So it's not like everything happened in one day. I was kind of going through my notes that night, which was July 16th of 2019, and I submitted it that morning because I needed the process to go as quickly as possible. And I believe they would like you to get it in before July. If you know you're gonna be homeschooling for the upcoming school year, I believe they would like you to get it in before, like sometime in the beginning of July. Granted, it is your child, it is your decision. So whenever you decide, that is when you start the process. But ideally, if you are knowing, so for me, it was for the 2019-2020, I started the process mid-July. It is what it is. So let me just tell you how efficient my school district is. So picked up the documents. I would show you, but I just don't want to show all our information. I picked up the documents July 16th. I got the letter from the superintendent basically approving my IHIP on July 23rd. So that was very quick. So picked up the documents the 16th, submitted my completed draft of my IHIP on the 17th, and I got confirmation that we were all set to go, clear to go on July 23rd. And literally, it was such a simple letter. It just says, I'm in receipt of your child's IHIP forms and her curriculum. They have been placed on her permanent records, signed by the superintendent of schools. That was it. It was super simple. If you want more details, like to actually see the IHIP that I submitted, let me know in the comments below. I would be happy to share what I can share because let me tell you, I went to YouTube University to really kind of put together what was in my head as an abstract ideal, homeschooling my child, my only kid, and YouTube University helped me to put things together. But YouTube University has also confused me, made me feel like I wasn't doing enough. There was so much to do. And if you would like, I would like to share with you, I will find some of the YouTubers that I found to be most helpful because you can go down the rabbit hole of trying to figure this out, especially for the mommies out there and daddies, families, I'll say, who have multiple children at different ages. It can get a little bit overwhelming. So the next video I will share with you, I'm looking because I have a basket there and a basket here of our homeschooling material that I've decided to use. I've also given myself the gift of peace of mind. So we started off with certain curriculums and I'm going to phase in November, the next portion to add to our homeschooling because our homeschooling day actually started August 26th of 19. It was so now we're on week 3. Very successful week, very successful 2 weeks. Now we are into our 3rd week, so we're starting to get into our routine. The day before I was a little bit anxious. I actually got the jitters as if it was like my first day of school. But then I told myself, you know what? It does not have to be perfect. I had created this checklist. This checklist wasn't even printed out. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I have my daughter's checklist and then I use my planner to kind of just keep track of what we need to go, ideally what we'd like to go through and just check it off as we go and kind of make notes too about my students. So when I'm generating the reports, later on, I have like in real time, just some quick, easy summaries about how the day went, the week went, some of the frustrations, some of the wins, some of the challenges, all that fun stuff. So, like I said, I filled out my paperwork, submitted it, got it approved. We've already started our year. So let me know what you would like to see. So I have planned to show you the curriculum for our phase 1 of the school year. I can also show you, if you'd like, so far our homeschool schedule. I've basically did an overview calendar of like our homeschool year, just to make sure that we are in compliance with the days as well as the hours for our state. Every state is different. I happen to live in New York State, which has some of the more strict reporting requirements. My daughter's elementary school reports not quarterly, but they're in a trimester system. So I need to report back to the superintendent of schools every, let me see, I got it right here in front of me. I have to do December, March, and June. So we only have 3 reporting requirement dates. My daughter is in 3rd grade, and she has an English test as well as a math test that is coming up in the spring, March and April. Those testing windows are 3 days, so I had to account for that. So if there's anything, if I left out anything, I just wanted to give you guys an update. We've been approved. I did not go back and forth, which I was really thankful for. I thought it would be a little bit more cumbersome considering the state that I'm in and some other person's stories, but I literally submitted it, it was approved, and we went from there. But my district is very interesting, and I will share that at a later time, just kind of like what transpired this summer and how it really affected our homeschooling. But I had confirmation in the midst of a very challenging moment. I would say that it gave me confirmation that the choice that I made to homeschool my daughter was the best choice we could have made. The other day, I had an impromptu trip out of town, and we literally homeschooled in the car. And it was just like a road trip, and then we got to like sightsee and stuff along the way. So it was just so flexible. Honestly, if I can say anything, it's what you make it. Do not make this process stressful. Do not stress. And if you are getting stressed, reach out to me, reach out to some other people in the homeschooling community, because I've found, even just corresponding with some people, buying some material on eBay, I've found people just so willing to share their experience, share their knowledge, share resources. Like the homeschooling community, you know, it is what you make it. And you just need to, you know, if you have a concern, a question, reach out to folks, because we're all in the same boat, and you're not on an island by yourself. This is a community, even if it's a digital community. So I do look forward to, as the weeks go on, just kind of sharing some of the tools that I'm using, some of the resources, how I curated the curriculum, how I sourced the material. And there's some funny stories with that, like sourcing material. Like, oh my goodness, this has been a journey, and I'm just so thankful. I mean, I'm all smiles because I'm just truly thankful for this decision that I've made. So if I can say, any of you who are on the fence or considering, definitely do your research, and do it when you come to a space for yourself and for your family that you feel comfortable moving forward. Do it on your own timeline, because once you make the decision to do this for your family, guess what? It is what you make it. You can decide to do it. You can try it. It may not be the thing for you, and you can go back to public school. But don't vilify public school and praise homeschool, or don't, vilify homeschooling if you had not so great of an experience, and praise public school. You know what's best for your family and for your individual children. It may work for some children and it may not. My daughter is super adaptable, super on board, super excited. She tells everyone. We were going, like, we got caught up in like the homeschool, or not the homeschool, the back to school shopping, like just buying some supplies and stuff. And you just strike up a conversation about supplies, and it turns into other things. And she's like, yeah, I'm getting homeschooled. Just so excited about it. But the other children may be different. I just have one, so my sample size as far as like experience is 1. And so I can just go based on our experience and leverage experiences of others. Everyone in my family has not been the most supportive, or not understanding why I made the decision that I made. And so that's why I say it is based on you and your students, and whatever decision you make. And if you change a decision, it is the best decision for you and your family. So that's what I'm offering. If there's anything in this that, I'm a little bit winded, sorry about that. I'm super excited, but I do want to share because I want to help you on your journey and just help, create a space for support. So thank you for your time. I look forward to corresponding with you guys in the comments and just bringing to you more of our experiences and just sharing those things. If you haven't, I'm starting to document on Instagram. All things social is new to me, but my at name is at Alana.McNeal. So ALANA.MCNEAL. And I'm starting to post some things on there as well. So till next time, I'll see you later. Bye.